Now, more than a quarter of women say they have never asked for a pay rise. That's compared with less than a fifth of men. A survey that's been conducted for Good Money Week claims 27% of female workers haven't even discussed the subject with their boss because they feel awkward. Well, joining us now, Charlene Cranny from Good Money Week. Good morning to you, Charlene.
Good morning.
I would imagine you're not shy about asking for a pay rise in light of what you've just found. It's interesting, isn't it? Women feel more awkward about talking about money in general, but especially when it comes to their employers. Why?
Well, I think generations of discrimination and bias and working in male-dominated environments doesn't instill that much confidence. But a lot of the women that I speak to feel kind of icky talking about money. But when we think about the fact that women are much more likely to be ethical and sustainable when it comes to their spending, savings and investments, I would urge women to see it growing their income as another way to do more good for people on the planet.
Yes, it's interesting, isn't it? Women feel like the odds are perhaps stacked against them before they even go into the room to start this conversation. And the statistics back that up, because it's not just the asking for a pay rise that is a problem for women, it's the response they get, because it appears that it's not as positive as it is for men.
No, it isn't as positive. Men are much more likely when they ask for a pay rise to get sort of between 6 and 25% of their salary as an increase. I think it's 27% of men would get that much, where it's about only 12% of women get that much. But, you know, I think what women really need to do is to learn those negotiation skills so they can go in there and feel empowered and excited to ask for that pay rise and ask for what they're worth, really.
Equal pay very much in the headlines not so long ago now, and it was meant to prompt a more open and fair discussion about what men and women are being paid. Is that happening, do you think?
I don't think it's happening yet. So the transparency about pay gaps, that's only existed for a year, so it might take a bit longer, but we do need to do more. So women can go out there, learn those negotiation skills, ask for those pay rises, join support networks of other women who are talking about money and getting their fair share. Good Money Week website has got some information on that. And also think about lobbying your MP around penalising those companies that aren't paying fair.
It's interesting because there are other topics of conversation that women find hard to have with their bosses. It's not just pay rises, but it's all sort of linked. Flexible working hours, the gender pay gap and shared parental leave. All topics that are very much being championed right now in many workplaces, but still it seems it's a difficult conversation to have. I thought the opposite was meant to be happening.
Yeah, these are still kind of new kind of ideas and things. There's a lot of kind of culture change that really has to happen before women can really feel comfortable asking for these things. For example, you know, men do have the opportunity to take parental leave, but aren't as often as women are taking the maternity leave. So, you know, there is a lot of culture change that has to happen still, but women can and are coming together to empower themselves to find the confidence and to find the skills to have these conversations and ask for these things. You know, women are worth it, that they're doing fantastic jobs, and they should be valued and rewarded for that.